Okay, this is a very controversial opinion, but I feel like unless you're in your late 20s, you have no business getting married. And I feel this way based upon how much you change in your 20s. Like, if you do your 20s right, you will not be the same person at 23 versus 27. Like, completely different. And really, you're going to undergo what I call hockey stick growth. And so if you meet someone at the base of that hockey stick growth, are you really giving your relationship the best chance to thrive and last beyond a couple of years? Because I'm absolutely convinced that we marry people at the same energetic level as we are. And yes, obviously you can grow off your 20s, but I feel like the growth is different. The way my confidence was set up in my 20s, I would have married someone that didn't like me and I wouldn't have seen it.
At 17, at 18, at 19 years old, I was praying to God for marriage. I was very convinced that in my 20s, early 20s, I'll be married, building a home, and living the life of my dreams. I even had tutors at that time. But now, in my late 20s, I can confidently say, thank God I did not. So today I'm going to be talking about why I wanted to marry early, what I thought I knew back then, and why I'm so happy I did not rush into it. Then we'll look at some TikTok videos of people that explained why early marriage is not really a good idea, and then react to it and discuss. So let's start from the beginning, why I wanted to marry early. So back then, I thought I had everything figured out. At 18, 19, I thought I was wise. I thought I knew myself, my goals, and what I wanted in a partner. In fact, to be honest, I was not just thinking about marriage. I was legitimately praying for it. In my mind, marriage was going to be this beautiful fairy tale, love, stability, a life partner to grow with, etc. But now, looking back, I was wise, yes, but my frontal lobe was not even fully developed yet. Science says that your brain keeps developing until 25, and let me tell you, I feel the difference now. Like, I feel the difference between when I was younger, in my 19, 20, early 20s, and now in my late 20s. At that age, I didn't fully understand relationships, emotional intelligence, or even my own self-awareness. And let's not even talk about men and their manipulation tactics, because trust me, I would have been so blindsided. I literally came out of one of the most toxic and rubbish relationships ever. And if I experienced this relationship, that's the one I just got out of some months ago, if I experienced it in my early 20s, or maybe that 18 or 19, maybe I would have gotten married to this person without even realizing the manipulation and the toxicity. So do you see what I'm talking about? So let's check out these videos and we'll be right back to discuss it.
Don't get married in your early 20s. I'm sure there are some exceptions to the rule, but just don't do it. I'm going to tell you right now, you do not know who you are in your 20s. You barely know who you are in your early 30s. When you are in your 30s, something happens to you where you discover all the things you've hidden about yourself to cater to other people, where you are authentically finding who you truly are, what you love, what you like, what you don't like, things that you pretended to like for other people. You start, I'm not saying you fully get there, but you start getting to a point where you don't care what other people think, because you realize unless they are feeding you, fucking you, or paying your bills, they don't matter. Their opinions don't matter. Okay? And that is when you truly know who you are. As someone who got married in my early 20s quickly and got divorced in my 30s, this is not only true for me, but a lot of the clients that I coach, a lot of the individual men, the individual women, all the things, even with the men, as they got into their 30s, the things they needed and desired and wanted, and not just sexually from their woman, it did change and evolve. And again, same for the women as well. So I encourage you to not get married in your early 20s. Don't get married until you are dead set in who you are, what you love, what you don't love, and until you are in a place where you hide nothing about who you are for anyone, or till you are in a place where you refuse to not change who you are for somebody.
If I have my way, I wouldn't want my girl child to get married in her early 20s. I would want her to experience life. I would want her to experience the world. I would want her to know her left from her right. Most of us women, we don't live. Most of us don't have the opportunity to experience life on our own terms because of the society we live in. I feel like a girl who is in her 20s, from 20 to 25, is a kid. She has not really seen life. She has not enjoyed life. She doesn't even know, she's just a baby. When I look back now to when I was 21, I'm like, I was a proper child. There is no rush to these things. You don't have to rush this marriage. You don't have to rush this anything. Just relax first. Go to school, get educated, find yourself in life, know your left from your right, so that you can be able to decide on the kind of man you truly want. The kind of man I wanted when I was 20 is not the same kind of man I want now. The older I get, the better I want. I'm changing. I'm doing some tweaks to the kind of man I want in my life. It's no longer tall, dark, handsome. No, it's now wah, maybe short with uncle. Your dream should not just be tall, dark, handsome, and I want to have 5 kids. No, you will change. Trust me. Give yourself time to change your mind. Give yourself time to live. To truly know what you want.
Marriage is actually very serious. It's not just the cute couple pictures, date nights, beach house and smiling, and it's actually more than that. It's partnership, it's finances, emotional work, and a lot of responsibilities. So let's talk about some of the few things people should think about and really ponder on when considering early marriage. So if you're in your 19 year or 2021, these are some things you should really think about. So number one is your career and your financial growth. When you marry way too early, you might not have the chance to establish yourself financially, because let's be very realistic, financial independence is very important in marriage. Emotional maturity. So it's easy to get swept up in love, but relationships require deep emotional work. At 20, 21, 22, are you emotionally ready for what comes with marriage? Think about it. Power dynamics. So when you marry young, especially if your partner is older, power imbalances can creep in. So it's very important to be in a position where you can, defend yourself, advocate for yourself, and all of that. Because if your partner is way older, trust me, I don't think you have a say like that in that marriage, unless the person you're getting married to is matured and a reasonable man. So this is a disclaimer. I'm not saying marriage is not good or that young people cannot get married or try to make it work. I'm just saying that self-awareness and life experiences play a very huge role in choosing the right partner. That's just a summary of everything I'm trying to say. So these are the few reasons I'm genuinely happy I did not get married very early in life. Now I know myself more. I've grown, I've evolved, and I've also figured out who I am, outside of a relationship, or still figuring it out. I understand men and relationships better. I see red flags that I would not have noticed at 19, 20, 21, 22, even 23. I'm also establishing my own life, my career goals, and financial independence. Then emotional intelligence. I respond to situations way differently now than I would have at 22 years or 21 years. So the big question now is, should you marry early? It depends. Some people actually marry young and make it work beautifully. But if you are feeling unsure and pressure, trust me, there's no rush. What do you guys think about this topic? If you got married way early, I'd love to read your experience in the comment section. Please share with us. If you did not have a good experience getting married early, or someone that it affected, please share your experience. I'd like to hear your thoughts in the comment section. Please, if you enjoyed this video, like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.